Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Hello, Congresswoman.
Horse manure. Well, that sounds like fun.
Wait, Congresswoman Crockett.
But it sounds.
Congresswoman Crockett, you were recently on a Tesla takedown call calling for violence on the 29th. Would you like to clarify your comments?
As you can see.
Congresswoman, will you condone violence? Will you condone violence at the
Now, when she attacked this reporter, she forgot that she has long fingernails, you know. Yeah, and there's the results, the outcome, you know. This ghetto trash, man. A disgrace to the American people. And Texas ought to be ashamed of itself.
Yeah, and she tried to walk it back and obviously forgot about her previous commentary using that exact same insult. I don't know how the Democrats came to appoint Jasmine Crockett as the unquestioned leader of your party, but thank God. And I think what she should do is go on TV twice as much as she is right now, maybe 3 times as much, because every time she appears and makes one of these mistakes, says something radical, it only further divides her party from the rest of the other 80% of America who can't stand this. But the problem is there's an audience for it. I heard Jimmy Kimmel's audience cheering on Tesla vandalism. I hear the Daily Show audience cheering on attacks on Elon Musk. I hear the human rights audience cheering on an attack on a man in a wheelchair. And I realize this is what the left has become. An angry mob of people who are cheering on attacks on a guy in a wheelchair and vandalism against people who bought a Tesla. It's pathetic.
Because we in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot-ass mess, honey. So yes.
Here is the governor's response to that right there.
You had an accident at 26, and you were jogging, and you had a very severe injury, and yes, you are in a wheelchair, and I've gotten to know you. You're a personal friend of mine. I take it personally when friends of mine are attacked viciously for no reason, and there's no way in hell that this woman and her ex-post is going to convince me she meant anything other than what we all believe it to be. Your reaction?
Well, Sean, is another day and another disaster by the Democrats. The reality is they have no vision, no policy. They have nothing to sell but hate. And Americans are not buying it. It's one reason why Texas is going to remain red and why Republicans are going to continue to win elections across the country. The fact, Sean, is that Texas is actually in direct contrast to what she was talking about. Texas has ranked #1 for the most new jobs in America over the past month, #1 for the most new jobs over the past year and for several years. Texas ranks #1 for the most new economic development projects for 13 years in a row. CEOs who run businesses have ranked Texas the best state for doing business for 20 years in a row. And Texas is in the vanguard as it concerns the future of the United States, such as space exploration, such as artificial intelligence, such as semiconductors, as well as power generation. The bottom line is that Republican states like Texas are leading the way, and with comments like this by Democrats, we will just leave them in the dust in future elections.
I just left the Office of Congressional Ethics. I just filed an ethics complaint against the esteemed Rep. Jasmine Crockett for assaulting me, and I guess you could say, more importantly, violating my First Amendment rights, because that's what she did. You know, I really wasn't going to file an ethics complaint against Texas's esteemed Congresswoman until it was brought to my attention this morning that Rep Crockett is running around the halls of Congress right behind me like she's some victim. You won't believe this, but maybe you will because this town is crazy. Rep Crockett is running around with extra United States Capitol Police security paid for by you, the taxpayers. So let's get this straight. Rep Crockett threatens a United States senator, threatens Elon Musk, threatens Tesla owners, attacks a journalist, and yet somehow she's the victim. No more. That is why I filed an ethics complaint. This lady is out of control. She's off a rocker, and hopefully the House GOP holds her accountable.
Oh boy, it is not looking good for the queen of the ghetto. Yeah, there has been assault charges filed, and there is now officially filed censure resolution against Jasmine Crockett. It's not looking good, man, you know. And we've been telling Democrats, you know what, just keep sending her out there. Keep sending the AOCs out there, you know. And y'all won't ever win the election again, you know. The hatred, the race baiting, fear mongering, the propaganda, you know, inciting violence, asking for a man to be hurt, taken down, you know, mocking a disability, and then attacking, you know, assaulting an independent journalist. It just doesn't stop, man. You know, it just doesn't stop. And now she's walking around with a police escort, cutting off reporters from asking her questions in the Capitol. I mean, it's just a show. And here's the guy's hand, you know, that this happened after she attacked a reporter. I mean, you just, you know, long fingernails. Just can't make this up, man.
This woman, I've had about enough of her. She wants to be like a member of the squad. She thinks of herself like an AOC. She talks like, you know, she's from the hood. Meanwhile, she grew up in a nice family. She didn't talk like this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, she sounded like you and I sound in this conversation. Like, I'm really excited to be going to Congress. I can't wait to get started on my new job. And now she's like, we need to smack him in the head, bitch. Like, what do you, we have videotape. Why are you talking like that? No one believes this bullshit. And now she's graduated to acting like a thug. So congratulations. Your term in the U.S. Congress is going really well, swimmingly. This woman.
Gotta love Megyn Kelly's takes, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You know. But this is Soden Downs who's running, you know, to take down Jasmine Crockett in Texas 30. So again, we're supporting them, man. You know, this lady needs to be removed, investigated. I mean, she's a disgrace, man. Absolute disgrace. You know, and just in the last, it just gotten so bad. And she did all this less than 72 hours? You know, it was already bad last week when they put her out on CNN. It's already been bad when she speaks in Congress and down there. Just whites, it's just race baiting, white boy tears, white supremacy, the white man, Trump's bad. That's all that comes out of her mouth. You know, a disgrace, man. But everybody is on. Even other Democrats are calling her out now. It's gotten so bad. Even other Democrats, people on the other side, are calling her out, man. You know, and it has broke the internet. But here it is, man. He is being censored. Assault charges have been filed. I really want to see handcuffs, man. You know, and right now with Pam Bondi and a couple others, it sounds shaky and scared. You know, but these are people that need to be made an example out of, man. She should have been made an example out of, time and time after again, man. I love you guys, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace and love, family.